What's up, guys? So the second trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is finally here, and dear god does it look absolutely amazing. So the trailer starts off with a look at the new design for the Pokémon Centers, which I don't think we saw in the last trailer, to be honest, but honestly, the best thing that I can say about it is it looks interesting, to say the least. I'm sure it'll grow on me. And after that, we get a look at what I'm assuming are going to be schools of the game, which will function similarly to the Galactic Survey Corps from Legendries Arceus. And in addition to that, we see two professors, one which I can only assume is going to be the Scarlet Professor, who is named Professor Sada, and Violet's Professor named Professor Toro. Next, we get a look at the starters, and I'm absolutely sold on which starter I'm getting. I mean, look at Sprigatito. It looks absolutely adorable, and it has textures, which I'm a sucker for. But this is what I meant by this game looks fantastic, because from here on out in the trailer, we get absolutely amazing shots of the starters and other Pokemon and scenery later in the trailer as well. Following that, we get a look at a possible rival, or at least a key figure in the game, and she gives us a first look at one of several new Pokemon. And this adorable little electric type named Pawmi kind of sets the bar for what we should expect going forward, because all of these Pokemon's designs are really unique. After that brief little battle, we get to see that we also are able to play with up to 4 friends in this game, which I find impressive, because I don't think we've ever actually been able to adventure with other people in the overworld in any other Pokemon game. And the fact that we are finally able to do it with not just 1, but 3 other people is pretty crazy to me. I also wonder what could possibly be available to us as the players to do with 3 other people. Like, could there be raids in this game just like in Sword and Shield, or maybe even huge wild outbreaks that are even bigger than what was in Legendries Arceus? Or could there possibly be some mini games for us to play with our friends outside of just battling? And the biggest question that I have is it possible for us to go through the entire game with 3 other friends, just like in Let's Go? Honestly, there is a whole bunch of questions that I cannot wait to see the answer for, just pertaining to the multiplayer. I also think that now is the perfect time to mention the obvious, which is that we have Pokemon following us once again. And from what I can tell throughout this entire trailer, all of the Pokemon actually look to be their exact size, like these Floettes in this clip that I did not even notice until someone pointed it out for me. While following one of the 4 trainers, we also see a small grass type Pokemon named Smoliv, and if you can't tell, it's based off of an olive. And after watching it get pelted by a Pokeball, we see a little pig that is absolutely adorable, and it is named Lechonk, which honestly, the name sounds like a meme, but I promise you that it is the actual name for this Pokemon, and I cannot wait to see what the rest of its line looks like. Following that, it is confirmed that Choodle will be in the game, as well as Larvitar and Bagon via a trade. And I'm assuming that this also might be hinting that these two are version exclusives, and I also want to point out that they may also have regional variants as their final evolutions. I feel like we've already seen Larvitar way too much for us to not get a new evolution, or at least a regional Tyranitar, and I feel like seeing a regional Salamence would be pretty neat as well. And given that these are some of the very few Pokemon that we have not seen a single evolution for just yet, may also hint at that as well. And following that, we also see a terrifyingly large Venonat, some Colossal, Toxapex, and several other Pokemon that we did not see in the previous trailer, as well as a brief look at what could be the very first gym, and some flags which could either hint at a flying type gym or a flying type minigame that could be similar to those little Drifloon side quests from Legendries Arceus, as well as possibly a rock or ground themed gym. I'm not really sure what to describe this as, to be honest. It could be a gym or not, because it looks like there's a mine in the beginning of it. Maybe this could be where we find the fossils of this game. I don't really know. And after those 3 brief little looks, we get a beautiful cinematic that drops us deep into a valley somewhere in the region and follows us all the way through up until the ocean, and finally we get a gorgeous first look at the BOX Legendaries, which are named Koraidon and Miraidon. And dear God, do they both look absolutely amazing. Now, I'm sure you've heard the leaks that these could be the same Pokemon, but they look different depending on which version you have, and honestly, I'm really surprised that this actually might be true. I mean, they very much do look like they could be the very same Pokemon. The Scarlet version just being the original, and the Violet version being Genesectified. Honestly, I'm in love with both of these designs, and it's going to make it very hard to choose which version I'm going to go with for the first time in years. So now throwing it back to the professors, do you see the resemblance and the importance of their designs that I mentioned earlier? One of the professors is prehistoric themed, obviously, and the other one is futuristic themed. I'm kind of surprised that they are taking a sort of black and white approach with this game, and I'm wondering if both versions may end up being drastically different from one another, meaning that one is more futuristic slash tech based and the other one is more traditional, I guess you could say. Because if that is the case, and both of these games do have drastically different aesthetics for at least a majority or a good portion of the game, it's going to make it even harder to choose which version I'm going to go with, and may actually justify people buying both versions for once, but that is yet to be seen, obviously. And with all of that being said, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Which moment of this trailer was your favorite? Was it seeing the brand new Pokemon, finally seeing the starters in game, or was it that amazing reveal of the box legendaries? Also, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.